always such a great job, always proud and amazed at how talented our students are. Thank you all so very much for participating today. Let's give them another round of applause. Welcome, and thank all of you for participating today in this ribbon cutting and dedication ceremony for our new library here at Central Junior High School. On behalf of Cape Girardeau Public Schools, I would like to once again thank the community for supporting the bond issue and allowing us to have this wonderful facility where students can enjoy learning for generations to come. I have several people I'd like to introduce. First, I'd like to introduce the staff, and they're going to get a chance to talk again here later, but would like to recognize Ms. Carla Fee, Principal, Mr. Alan Bruns, Assistant Principal, and Ms. Libby Wilson, Librarian. Each of these individuals were critical in the assisting design of this facility, and we appreciate their leadership and input in helping us with getting this facility. Next, I'd like to introduce the members of the Board of Education and some of those that could not be here today, but I'm going to introduce all of them. President, Mrs. Stacy Kinder. Vice President, Mr. Kyle McDonald. Mr. Don Call, and I don't know that Don was able to be here. Mr. Phil Moore. Mr. Paul Niniger, I think, was not able to be here. Mr. Tony Smee, and Tony's here. And Miss Lynn Ware, and I don't think Lynn was able to make it. But we certainly appreciate the leadership and the dedication of the Board of Education and the role that they played in helping us to get these facilities and facility improvements. I'd like to introduce the members of our Central Office Administrative Staff, Dr. Sherry Copeland, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum Instruction, Mr. Neil Glass, Assistant Superintendent of Administrative Services, Ms. Dina Ring, Director of Special Services, Ms. Misty Clifton, Chief Financial Officer, I don't think could be here. I don't think she was able to make it. Mr. Steve Robertson, Director of Communications. And Steve, I've got to give a lot of credit to because he helped plan this activity, and if you've seen the programs or if you'll get one inside, very nice programs, and we appreciate all his hard work in terms of helping put this together. Also from the Central Office, Beth Pointer, Miss Beth Pointer, Admin Assistant. Beth's around here somewhere. There she is in the back. Also some special guests that we have with us today. I'm not sure, did State Representative Wayne Wallingford make it? He was, I think, going to try to be here. We have members of the Chamber of Commerce, John Maynor, Tracy Glenn, and Tim Arbeiter. We appreciate their participation today. I'm not sure if Adam Kidd was able to make it, but Adam was the chair of the Yes Cape Schools Committee that was responsible in helping getting the bond issue passed, and we appreciate certainly all the work that he did. We also have, and I'll talk more about this later, we have two authors with us today. Now, I'll introduce them now, but I'll talk more about them later. They are actually graduates of Cape Public Schools, Ms. Linda Nash and Ms. Julia Jorgensen. They're back in the shade. Recently, the Board of Education voted unanimously to name this facility the Louis Lorimer Library in honor of the French-Canadian credited with founding Cape Girardeau. With us today to give a perspective on Louis Lorimer is Dr. Frank Nickel, Director of the Center for Regional History at Southeast Missouri State University. Dr. Nickel.
I'm honored to be a part of the dedication of the Louis Lorimer Library for the Cape Girardeau Public School System. Like a proud parent, I believe Louis Lorimer stands a little taller today because of this tribute. A short man in stature, this tribute makes him more visible in the community that he founded. In the year 2112, residents of Cape Girardeau, I bet, will take notice of the 100th anniversary of the establishment of this library. And surely someone will ask, now why did they call this the Lorimer Library?
I'd also like to thank our guests for being here today, and I wanted to point out the different student groups that we had. Of course, you guys have already heard our wonderful orchestra, so we give them another round of applause. It's always amazing to me what our instructors, Steve Schaffner, Billy Keys, Josh Lamar, and Mike Carr do with our young students and how quickly they learn. And I think they do an amazing job. We also have with us our Beta Club. Beta Club members, raise your hand. We have our student council members and our cheerleaders. They're really hard to spot with their bows. I do thank our Chamber of Commerce for being here, and John Maynor, and all of our different board members who could be with us today, and we do appreciate your support and the support of the community. And I really have to give credit to Ms. Wilson and Mr. Bruns, because they were the ones who spent most of the time working with the contractors and the engineer and the architects, and I don't think people realize how many hours it takes, and they put in many hours, and not because I'm a slacker, but I wasn't here. So Mr. Bruns and Ms. Wilson together had so much input, and it was, and like Ms. Wilson said, it was wonderful for them to actually see that their input was coming into reality. And our furniture line, our furniture supplier, was so impressed with the ideas that Ms. Wilson had, they even named the library line after her. So they made that and named it for her. So that was kind of cool. We have always, our library has always been student-centered. Even when we had a basement space, it's always been a huge part of our building. We consider them an instructional partner, and Libby has done such a great job coming up with activities to inspire students to read. And I can just only imagine in this facility what it will be like, and we've already, students are in here every day before school, at lunch, after school, and it's just amazing to see, and so we appreciate that. I also forgot and didn't mean to forget, but we want to really recognize our sponsor, Montgomery Bank, our business sponsor, and I think we have some representatives in the back. They have just been wonderful support for us, providing programs in our classrooms about banking issues that students should be aware of, providing a service award for us this year for our students, and every time we need anything and we call them, they're there for us, and they've just really been an amazing business partner. So I thank you guys again, and they provided our refreshments for us today. So again, thank you for coming, and we've had just an absolutely gorgeous afternoon, and thank you again, students, for being a part of this.
Thank you, Ms. Fee. Next, speaking on behalf of the Board of Education today is Board President Mrs. Stacy Kendrick.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's always great to have so many various groups to help our district celebrate achievements and milestones, and this is certainly one of those. After receiving a wise recommendation from the administration, the school board unanimously approved the naming of this facility on August 27th of this year. In our board policy, it is stated that the board may name buildings in honor of people who have made outstanding contributions to the success of the school district, in honor of civic leaders or those of local acclaim, or in honor of heroes in our community. And certainly Lewis Lorimer fits the bill in all of those categories. And considering the Lorimer family's role in helping establish public education here in Cape Girardeau, this naming is even more appropriate. We are thankful to live in a community that has valued public education since its beginnings, and which continues to do so to this day. So without further ado, I am now very pleased to officially dedicate this new facility, the Lewis Lorimer Library.
Thank you, Ms. Kendrick. As a part of the dedication of the Lewis Lorimer Library, we thought that it would be fitting to showcase 2 local authors. And it happens that those authors are also from Cape Public Schools and alums of Cape Public Schools, so we're pleased to have them with us today. We have with us Miss Julia Jorgensen, retired librarian from Central High School. In 1985, Miss Jorgensen began teaching in the English department of Central High School, which was then located in what is now the junior high. In 1998, she became librarian and remained librarian at the high school until retirement in 2012. As part of the centennial celebration last year, she authored a book titled Cape Central High School Centennial, 100 Years of Teaching, Learning, and Caring. It's right here. The book includes numerous pictures, stories, and accomplishments covering 100 years of Cape Central High School, and we certainly thank Ms. Jorgensen for being here today. The other author we have with us is Ms. Linda Nash. Ms. Nash, a retired teacher, actually attended the old Lorimer School, which is now City Hall. This is where her interest in Lorimer began. Ms. Nash recently authored a book about Lorimer's life titled The Journals of Pierre Louis de Lorimer, I'll get it right, which is right here. The book took a little bit over a year to write in terms of doing all the research, and we appreciate her being with us today too, and certainly fitting regarding the naming of this library. Both Ms. Jorgensen and Ms. Nash will be set up at tables inside following the ceremony to discuss their books and sign copies as requested. We appreciate both of them joining us today. In closing, this facility is certainly a tribute to the strong commitment to our students, our school district, and to the Cape Girardeau community. I think students, and I know some of you are kind of wondering, you know, what's this all about and why am I here? I think what you need to realize is that this is a historic moment, and that this is a symbol of the dedication that we have for you and for your education. And we certainly encourage you to take the opportunity of this facility to increase your learning. Following the ribbon cutting that we'll have in just a few moments, everyone is invited to join us inside for a reception. Again, we'd like to thank Montgomery Bank, our junior high business partner, for providing the refreshments. Also would like to thank the Cape Girardeau County Office of Historical Archives for providing historical documents, which you'll see inside, which are about Lewis Lorimer. Certainly like to again thank the Chamber of Commerce, Mr. John Maynard, Mrs. Tracy Glenn, and Tim Arbeiter for their support and participation this afternoon. Thanks to the orchestra and Mr. Schaffner for providing some entertainment for us. And again, thanks to all of you for participating this afternoon. We are now going to have the ribbon cutting. If I could get the chamber members to come forward.
Right out this way, and we're going to cut on 3. Hold the ribbon tight. All right, 1, 2, 3.
So I'm not sure.
Good.
I might look at it.
I would love to look at it.
Really fitting that we have 2 of our own authors.
Well, yes, and
here.
the library and the
Right.
namesake of the library. So that's very cool.
I think
I like that.
Appreciate you.
My dedication is okay. So
what do you hope the students take from this new book?
knowledge, a love for libraries, to understand that libraries aren't just meant to pick out a book and read, that it's to gain information, and that there's always an advocate to help them with their education.
And so did you get one of the pieces of rail? I did. That is pretty cool. I was telling somebody else.